Split is a 2016 American psychological horror thriller film written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan and starring James McAvoy. The film follows a man with 23 different personalities who kidnaps and imprisons three teenage girls in an isolated underground facility for a nefarious plot. The film was both a critical and commercial success, making over $130 million in domestic box offices, and being heralded as M. Night Shyamalan's triumphant return to Hollywood. However, it has received criticism for its problematic depictions of mental illness. The International Society for the Study of Trauma and Dissociation issued a statement criticizing how the film was made, quote, at the expense of a vulnerable population that struggles to be recognized and receive the effective treatment that they deserve. Some with dissociative identity disorder spoke out against the film and its marketing for the representation of multiple personalities as frightening and or violent. In this video, I will analyze specific clips from the film and show how it plays into the pervasive stigmatization of psychological disorders in our society. One of Kevin's personalities, Dennis, is a sexual predator with obsessive-compulsive disorder. Of all the alters in the film, Dennis is probably the one that receives the most screen time. The threat to the young women posed by Dennis is often stressed in the film. Though Dennis never actually ends up taking advantage of the women, the fact that he has the capacity to is driven home. This is problematic as it contributes to the stereotype that those suffering from mental illness are more likely to be violent or dangerous. Dennis also seems to have some sort of OCD. He's often seen wiping things off with a handkerchief, moving objects to specific positions, and in one scene, forces the young women to clean a bathroom using color-coded spray bottles that he provides. Dennis's cleanliness is used as a device to elicit suspense in the film, as if OCD is something to be afraid of. With this, the character of Dennis characterizes two distinct psychological disorders as scary or menacing. Another one of Kevin's personalities is an upper-class, smartly dressed, middle-aged woman named Patricia. Patricia shows a cool demeanor that at times will crack, revealing a mentally unstable individual. The film received criticism for its use of Patricia in the film as it relates to transgenderism. When Patricia is in control, she dons high heels and dresses. A petition released via the charity Care2 claimed that using these characteristics to provoke fear embedded negative stereotypes in society and promotes transphobia. It is true that Patricia's feminine characteristics are used as a tool to elicit fear in the audience. Had the character been played by a woman, it would not have likely had the same effect or intention. Using the experiences of real-life individuals as devices for suspense or fear is a crime that Split commits repeatedly. In this scene, we finally meet Kevin, the base personality. This is the only scene in which he is featured, and he is quite different than the other personalities. He is broken, timid, and as the events of the film indicate, out of control. Kevin's portrayal paints those suffering from psychological disorders as weak or incapable of taking care of themselves. This, of course, is not accurate, as many individuals suffering from these disorders end up leading successful lives. Additionally, Kevin tells the main character, Casey, to retrieve the shotgun in the drawer behind her and kill him. A suicidal request is very problematic, as it suggests that there is no hope for treatment, and perpetuates the stereotype that the mentally ill are more likely or more inclined to commit suicide. Split does do some things that are positive. One main point is that dissociative identity disorder is described accurately. The more colloquial label, multiple personality disorder, was not used, as it often is in popular media. Also, a central question that the film's plot poses is, are those suffering from psychological disorders dysfunctional, or are they actually tapping into a higher level of human functioning? Though this film goes about it in the wrong ways, it does attempt to make its audience rethink how they conceptualize mental illness. Overall, though, Split carries on the legacy of Psycho and other films like it, that paint those suffering from psychological disorders as violent and dangerous. As a society, we should consider why disorders scare us in the first place.